Welcome to the CFG GameCast, episode number 115, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Fridays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or Podbean. So show us some love. Give us a follow, a like, a comment, what have you on any of our podcast services out there. Or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Too much. Today was very much my body was like, nah, fam, we're not doing much today. Get used to it. I was like, okay. So I got to hang out with itty bitty Smitty and watch a movie, which was nice.
What
and
movie
then
did you watch?
I forcibly woke her up. Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, just watch that too.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
I didn't watch the ending credits yet. I was like, I'll just watch it again when I get home. But I had to wake up little itty bitty Smitty, and she watched the end with me. She was very intrigued. She was talking the whole time. She was like, "Wow, this is great." I was like, "Isn't it though?" She's like, "Oh yeah." She can't talk. That's what I imagined she was saying. So yeah.
What movie? So what did you like? Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. It was great. It was great. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm not gonna spoil it. It was great. I liked the little teasers here and there. Yeah, it was good. I'm not gonna say anything else. You should watch it. It's on Disney. If you have Disney
Plus. Watched it without me. Tisk.
I will kick you in your throat, sir. I will Charlie Brown to kick you in the throat. But yeah, I played a lot of Animal Crossing this week. Every morning I've been going to Harv's Island, that creepy mother trucker. Go to his island and pay $100,000 to open up the next thing. And so I've been working on my island, and I'm excited because I at heart I'm a farmer. I feel, and so I have crops and I'm excited, but I need potatoes. I need potatoes. So if you have potatoes, I need them. I'll trade you some tomatoes.
Potatoes. Okay, cool.
I need potatoes.
All right, awesome. That's awesome. But you know who isn't a farmer, but instead will be the next reincarnation of Cyclops?
Oh, I do.
The 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty on the third seat. What is going on, my dude?
Yeah, you already know, dude. That would be great.
I'd love glasses.
To be the next
I gave you glasses for it.
They're in my car.
Oh,
they're in my car. I know. This has been a long week, dude. Like, it has been nonstop since last week, and we're going. Excuse me. We still got stuff going on. Obviously, I got down on that Halo. I've been enjoying the crap out of Halo Infinite. Really, they made some adjustments to how the leveling system goes. That was like my one complaint, was that it levels super slow.
Yeah, it's really
I was like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, so it's increased, and there's more going on there. I leveled up like twice, 2 levels last night alone. So that was good to see. Yeah, that was good to see. So I'm having fun with that. And then I've got this thing with Inferno at the Razor store tomorrow. If you're in Las Vegas, come on down. I believe 12 p.m. PST. We're going to be giving away a bunch of peripherals packages, like 5 different packages throughout the night. This is at the Razor store. I believe it's on the Strip. I think I'm also going to be streaming down there on the Inferno channel as well. So I was like, hell yeah, dude. I was like, if there's a slot open, I'm totally in. So, so we got that. And then, it's staying busy. And then I'm supposed to be meeting up with Bradley, which is a dude I met through Mishmash. And, cause he's out here in Vegas too. So we're supposed to meet up for dinner or something like that, and actually, do that. I'm sorry, when you do that with your eye, you told her, if you guys remember dinosaurs, remember the boss?
Yeah.
How are you comparing me to the guy from freaking Dinosaurs? What the hell, dude? You mean
dude, tell me that. Wow. That. Somebody clip that, dude. That is my new freaking alert.
What the hell is that? Are you talking about the freaking Triceratop guy? Oh my god!
I see it. I can see it clearly now. Do it.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. That's what's really the weird thing about it.
Yo, dude, somebody please clip that. I'll go back and clip that.
Let's get it.
It happened.
Oh my god.
Anyway, aside from that though, things should be hopefully settling down a bit. So I'm hoping to get into a bit of a groove of things and get some more stuff done. And the holidays are coming up and stuff like that too. So exciting times. What about yourself? How was your week? I know it was a busy one for you.
Oh man, it was good. Yeah, it was good. I can actually rest now since Extra Life is over. So thank you for that, guys. It was a good run. We raised about $4,000, a little bit over $4,000.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool. So thank you for that, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Also, congratulations to the PS5 winner. That was also a really fun thing
and
to do.
Who was it that won that again? Do you remember?
Trying to make me remember her name. Man, that was a weird name. Her name was Mawuena A, because like her last name was it's unrecognizable for me. So I'm not gonna pronounce that. Yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna mess it up just because of it. So no, I'm not gonna even try.
Now I'm curious to know what
she's friends with his sister, which is interesting.
That's the funny part.
Oh, that's awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because she was promoting it on her Facebook, so
that's awesome.
So awesome. Yeah, she promoted it on her Facebook, and I was like, oh, cool. So I got a text like the other day, and I was like, oh, it's like she won the PS5. I was like, oh, that was your friend? Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So congratulations
to her. I gotta send out.
Some what?
Yeah. I said I've got some shirts I've got to send out.
Shirts
as well, from donations and stuff. That was one of my own
cool
incentives. Yeah.
Cool deal, dude. Yeah. So we did. So it was good. I basically hibernated for like 2 days, and that was good. That felt really good. And I haven't streamed this whole week, but I will kind of get back. I'll get back to it again next week. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Been pretty busy. Doing this thing finished up the thing I did with Netflix with Cowboy Bebop, which I'm able to announce. So that was a really fun.
You can pronounce and announce.
Announce. Yeah.
So
what happened? Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, you didn't tell us nothing.
So they gave us the review, the thing for Cowboy Bebop 3 weeks ago, about a month ago. So I watched the whole series, and then we were able to talk to some of the cast, and I haven't released the interviews of that yet, but I will do it probably next week. So that was
nice.
So that was really fun. A really fun experience. So talk to like Henry Cho, and the real cool dude was the dude who played Jet, who was the bad guy was Bushmaster from Luke Cage. So that was yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That dude
was awesome.
Yeah, that dude's awesome. Yeah, so I got a chance to talk to him. So we're going to be releasing those interviews out tomorrow, next week on our website, confreaksandgeeks.com. So that's going to be, yeah, it's really, really cool. So definitely, definitely trying to get that up. So maybe upgrade to a Witcher. Hopefully, hopefully is what my goal is. So definitely stay tuned on that. But yeah, it was really good. So I've just been mostly kind of relaxing this week, but next week I'm going to be kind of getting back on the horse. But I will say this though, I tried to play Halo Infinite. Oh no, I did play Halo Infinite, but why? Mm-hmm. Okay, why don't you explain something to me, because this is really annoying to me.
We should get them in tonight, dude.
Yeah, well, I try to, but every time I try messaging you, you just like don't reply back, man.
Shut up, dude. Like, I've been busy as hell, man. Like, you gotta understand. You people don't understand, dude. Like, I try the best I can. I fall asleep at times. Like, I forget to check messages. I forget to check apps. Like,
oh, I know you do. That's no secret. I'm just saying that, like when you're playing Infinite, it's like I can never get in touch with you, dude. Like I have asked.
Just say something on stream.
I have.
And come in Discord. What are you talking about? No, you have not.
Dude, look at your regular PMs, and also look at your Steam. Look at your Steam activity.
PMs, dude. Nobody looks at PMs. Dude. I'm talking about. I'm in stream. Say something in stream, son.
I wasn't on your stream yesterday, but you were playing a lot of Infinite off stream, and I was trying to reach you.
I didn't even know. Yeah,
I know you didn't know. That's my point. That's my point. Yeah, I tried to. Yes.
No comment.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that, like,
ignore me.
Here's the most annoying thing though. Like, so I messed up in the login for Halo Infinite. Like, it asked for a phone number. I put in the phone number that I thought that was supposed to be on my Xbox account. Go in the Xbox account, and then it like tells me, "Oh, we need to verify your email." It puts the email. It was an email that wasn't used. It was an imaginary email that wasn't even a real email when I looked it up. So I was like, okay, let me get out and see if I can get back this out. I can't back out. Like, it won't verify. So I got stuck. So I uninstalled the game, reinstalled it to see if it would forget. It didn't forget. So like so what I ended up doing was, like, luckily, since the email wasn't activated or created, I decided to go to the email site, create that email, the real email, and then just use it to verify it. And then come to find out, it was the wrong information. So like, I was like, okay, so I just created an email. So I deleted the email again, and then decided, okay, and found the right information. Finally got in. So that was one downside I was really upset about. I was like, why is Microsoft login that freaking strict? Is where I couldn't back out, couldn't change anything. It was strict to one email, and I'm like, what the hell is this, man? So
Microsoft is a pain dealing with it. That's why I just went through Steam.
Yeah, dude, I did go through Steam. Like, but the first thing the first thing you log into in the game is your Xbox account. I think I had that. Like, I had that saved somewhere.
Same.
I have that saved somewhere. Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
So you should just I mean, it sounded like it was already tied to. It's weird that it was tied to an email address that didn't even exist, though.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Part. Yeah.
That was just really weird. Yeah, so it's crazy. I like how your dog is just like in the doorway, just.
Yeah. Kid, Opie walks in like she's got an important message. She's here to ask UG about his car's extended warranty. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, but anyways, I know y'all don't want to be hearing me complain and stuff. So let's just go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic or discussion that we like to discuss with everyone here. The topic would or could be a topic about a game or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners or viewers on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook Live to be a part of the conversation. So if there's something that you want to chime in about, by all means, chime away. We would love to talk about it, and we would love to have you inside our conversations as always. So let's get down to it. So I am going to be up first because I have something.
Let's raise our blood pressure, huh? Let's go for it.
Let's raise that blood pressure. I got something to say. Yeah. So yeah. So, like, it sucks because, like, as you know, we all know the whole Activision Blizzard thing. I don't even know how many times I have said this so many times in the past, but it's like it was funny because this week there was so much stuff that happened. I mean, Outriders announcements, the video game awards, stuff like that. I was actually hyped to be talking about something really kind of cool and different that we normally don't get the chance to talk to, but I just could not ignore this. And as well as, if people have been listening to what I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, or actually months, I should say, about the whole Activision Blizzard thing, I'm like saying, I'm definitely on the side of the workers there, for it. And the big thing I've always been consistent about, and we can say that since day one, is that Bobby Kotick should have gone a long time ago. So, so I was just minding my own business this week, and lo and behold, the Washington Journal, they're the ones, actually, I would give them credit to the whoever broke this up, was the person from the Washington Journal, did a piece about Activision head Bobby Kotick. Bobby Kotick not being as clean as we thought that he was. So apparently, this is not even apparent, but apparently Bobby Kotick knew. Allegedly knew about some of the sexual harassment, like, not all sexual harassment stuff that was happening, but knew about the culture of the sexual harassment that was occurring under his watch. And this is something that wasn't like, recently or something that happened. It was over a decade, because in fact, he was actually he actually got busted for sexual harassment back as early as 2009. And then they got got called out got called out on it and stuff. But there's so many situations that they show that he is like that they show that he has either threatened a woman, that he was going to kill them. Shown so many different kinds of deals of like of being over masculine over situations, especially with like I think it was this incident with the jetliner lady. A jetliner lady that he paid out outside of court. But the biggest thing is with this whole situation that happened with Blizzard and everything that happened then, or that's happening now. He's been in this defensive shell saying that he wasn't aware of this, and he's deflecting from the most part of what's going down. So what irks me. Well, first off, I have no respect to Bobby Kotick. I never did have respect to Bobby Kotick. For me and my whole thing, I've always thought that he should have been like gone a long time ago. But what makes it more annoying is like there's different things. There's different things that were laid out in this to keep his power on this, which makes it just sickening to me. For instance, the biggest thing is the board is backing his behavior. There's not a way to get around that. They're backing his behavior because the board of directors of Activision posted a quote on something recently, I think about 2 or 3 days ago after the article was listed, and it says, and I quote, "The Activision Blizzard board remains committed to the goal of making Activision Blizzard the most welcoming and inclusive company in the industry." Okay, that's a circle jerk kind of situation. Under Bobby Kotick's leadership, the company is already implementing industry-leading changes, including a zero-tolerance harassment policy, a dedication to achieving significant increases to the percentages of women and non-binary people in our workforce, and significant internal and external investments to accelerate opportunities for diverse talent. The board remains confident that Bobby Kotick appropriately addressed workplace issues brought to his attention. The goals we have set for ourselves, and both critical and ambitions. The board remains confident in Bobby Kotick's leadership, commitment, and ability to achieve these goals. What the fuck does one person have to do to get fired in this place? That just doesn't even. I mean, seriously, when someone says something like he is setting up situations that's going to keep him up, that's going to change the culture. Jen O'Neill was the CEO for Blizzard for 3 months. And the only reason why that she decided to leave was she thought that there was no room of change in the culture itself. She thought that she was a figurehead. She felt that she was there to be a figurehead, saying that she was the woman, that she's a woman, and she was going to be like, okay, we're going to take care. This is going to show that Blizzard's going to turn a new leaf to all of this stuff. But no, she didn't want to play their game because not only was she was getting paid less than what the co-CEO was getting, but she was also like that she felt that there was no room for this kind of change itself. So but even despite that fact is the fact that how does the board have utmost confidence when you have a person that has shown these issues for over 10 years, since back in the day, since 2009 and whatever, to now, to be the person that's going to lead them into changing their culture. He was the person that put it in this culture in the first place, in the that happened on his watch in the first place. And now, because of this bullshit that's happened, now you got two of the three big people that's giving you your money. You got Jim Ryan over at Sony saying something about it. You have Phil Spencer reevaluating Activision's stuff that's happening on their own Microsoft system to be like, okay, we definitely don't condone this kind of behavior and stuff. I mean, even though it might be empty promises, but if they are saying something, that's not good for you at all. And then post this whole bullshit that's been happening. Like the time when the California division was saying put the lawsuit into effect, there's been over 500 announcements of this stuff that's been happening, of cases that has happened, and it's only increasing at this point. So the fuck are you talking about saying you got your faith in Bobby Kotick? People are walked out today, today and yesterday on this kind of thing, going for his head. But so the big question is, you're basically not wanting to penalize a person that clearly needs to be gone at this point. And I just don't understand what, I just feel like I'm taking freaking crazy pills at this point. Like, to say a board is backing this behavior, you're backing his behavior, and you're trusting the person that got y'all in this mess in the first place to get yourself out of it, is like insane to me. I just want to get y'all's thoughts on this. This is freaking insane. It's ridiculous.
Man, so when I heard the voicemail that he left that woman threatening to murder her, I couldn't believe that he was still in his position, let alone not being charged with a crime. You know what I mean? And I think it's just at this point, and Kit says, Activision will blow smoke up our tuchus until people forget, move on, probably near the next game launch.
I don't
maybe
believe
he
it's going to be
engaged with something of the board members. Like, I kind of don't disagree with that, because here's the thing, why are they not getting rid of him unless he has something on them? I guess it's a mutual destruction situation, maybe, but it's just it's so silly, and he's shown that he's misogynistic, he's sexist, he doesn't really care. One of his friends got into a scandal, somebody that he was close with in the company, with sexual assault, and he kept them. He told HR to not worry about it. Look, I'm sorry, what? Are you joking?
Yeah.
This just reading about it makes me physically ill at this point. And it's so sickening. And this is why things continue, is because people like him are in this seat of power and can essentially dictate how the workers live. And it's just mind-boggling. I don't get it.
I think there's a two-tier issue here. The first issue is the fact that you have a person that you have the CEO. The CEO has to look for the board of directors. The board of directors is the one that will decide if you will lose your job, or they're the ones that will fire the CEO, depending on what the situation is. Now, if the board of directors is not saying that they have the utmost backing for Kotick, that means that he could basically kill a person and they still have your back at this situation. I don't know what he needs to do to be held accountable for the bullcrap that he basically introduced to their environment, is where it comes down to. And as for Kitsander, where it's saying Activision is will continue blowing smoke up your ass until people forget about it. I don't know if they're going to forget about this. This is I can understand if it was look, we're talking about even in a podcast level. I know we're a really small podcast with and we've been talking about this for over 6 months now. And then for the fact that this is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now when you have situations where what's it called? Situations where the stock money is now being lost because of these decisions that people are making from it. I don't think this is something that's going to be swept under the rug so easily, and people are legitimately furious. I'm furious, and I'm not. It's not even with me on what the situation's coming in, but like, yeah. So like, I just think that the apology is bullshit. The PR that the board of directors is bullshit, and then on top of that, it's just like it just feels that. Like it feels like he's just getting away with anything that he wants to get away with because he's giving him money. Well, I feel that immediately that's going to change shortly because people are going to flip on is going to flip and turn their shit on everything with Activision here shortly. What do you think, Smitty?
Yeah, so I mean, listen, bye Bobby. This is what's crazy to me. This should not be shocking to anybody. This business mentality is a very old mentality that's to come up of businesses, that especially businesses like this. What's happening though is we're literally in a transitional phase generationally where, you know, people of my age, I guess we're older millennials.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, kind of in a weird phase or like that weird section, you know, and then below the just grinding out for a company and people just doing crazy stuff. That whole stuff has changed. This isn't going to be the last that we hear of companies, and more so if we have them got at a state level, at a federal level, there's got to be more. We're just seeing the very beginnings of this whole deal, I feel, and it is very surprising that he has still been in position, that the board is sticking forward with him. However, if people stick to their word, because they know, you know, Phil Spencer's smart enough. Whoever else is basically being like, yo, we can't get on board with you. That's going to be dollars, and dollars is what really talks. Excuse me, as far as within that industry, I'd love to say that they get broken up or they get sold. You know, I don't know as far as with that, or, you know, because everybody should be replaced. This is clearly a cultural thing that is ingrained in this company, but this is not going to be the last that we see. And I do hope that they go more aggressively because there's a ton of companies in all kinds of industries, but I'm sure especially in the gaming industry and all kinds of little subsectors within there. We're talking about union, you know, and artists and things like that. Like, this stuff is going to become more and more. I think it's going to be happening more and more, and these cultures and these changes they're going to be having to change, because I feel like that kind of culture is ingrained in a lot of these old heads that are now no longer the majority on that rise. There's generations now that are here being like, whoa, wait a second.
Do you think it's going to get that bad though? I mean, from
it's already that bad.
No, I'm talking about specifically, like, I mean, the situations of like day drinking and stuff. You know what? It's funny because, like, actually, I don't mind the day drinking as much, but I do mind like the level of freedom. Like, I mean, come on, there was situations that they were like having, like, there was like women was getting like they were sexually harassed by their supervisors and stuff like that.
There has to be criminal charges to this. There's no way that there's not criminal charges that come from this. Everybody's like, oh, I'm just stepping away and stuff like that. Regardless if you're in a position or not, there still should be criminal charges. And that's another reason why I'm saying this is only the beginning. They are now unseating the depth of all the disgustingness and who was a part of it. And we called this shit a long time ago when this first was coming out, was that there's no way in hell that Kotick had no idea what was going on, let alone he was a part of it himself, which is not surprising.
Right.
You know, so yeah, this is at this point, like I like every day is just like a new thing. I feel like within this, and we said it a couple episodes too. When what was her name? The woman that was the CEO, or she was the
Jen O'Neill.
Yeah, when she just, I was like, she was there for 3 months and bounced out, but didn't really say anything. Now she has spoken out. We called that too. It's like, look, dude, like there is like, you don't go into a position like that and then 3 months in be like, nah, not after what you were saying. And you were in a position where you can do something. I was like, there's way more to that. And she just can't say anything at the moment, but we will find out. And we have now found out that it was exactly what we thought. That, you know, she, again, I mean, even within the cleanup, they are doing the same stuff, which tells you everything you need to know. Who is responsible for that? Where is the accountability? But I've got to say, in totality, there's got to be criminal charges. And I saw that Monkey Blood said, do y'all think Xbox or PS5 would delist their products for new sales if they don't remove Bobby?
Absolutely not. I don't think that the problem I feel like it, no. I don't like Phil Spencer and what's his name is real. I mean, they're smart people, but I don't believe that they would be like they will still take it out because they like money. Because like the biggest thing
they're just coming out. They're just coming out and saying it.
They're saying the right words.
Here's where we're at. Yeah,
exactly. It's just beautiful words that they're saying. I mean, I hope that they prove me wrong because, like, right now the big thing is Activision has a huge deal with Sony with their Call of Duty Vanguard, and then if they because they are like, you know, the number one with the league and all that stuff. But like Jim Ryan, that's his name, Jim Ryan. So I hope they do something like to kind of, I mean, there's nothing that they can really do overall besides, you know, do what you're saying, but there's no way that that's going to be relieved. And that kind of coincide with what Kid Sanders is saying about without a player led boycott, they'll try to keeping on with the business as usual. I kind of believe that, but at the same time, I don't believe that too, because like really the big thing is like, it can be popular for the player side, but like, dude, their stocks dropped 35%. That's not like that. I think that's it's like
huge.
If you mess with their money at their core level, then I think that's the way that you're going to look at it. I don't like, it could still be a popular series and stuff, but at the same time, no. I think that if you look on the back end, if you're going to cut that money line dry, then things are going to change. And then plus, if shareholders are saying a lot of stuff, there's literally a lot of shareholders that are trying to say Kotick gotta go. But the problem is that you got the board of directors who's backing all their eggs into Kotick, which makes it goes back and forth. But if you're gonna piss off shareholders, this is the way you're gonna do it for change, is to basically just like say, okay, we're out. Like we're gonna take our shares, we're gonna bounce out, we're gonna make this thing drop into freaking pennies to the dollar and see what you're gonna do with it. But and then at the same time, if Sony and Microsoft actually say what they're going to say, like if Microsoft is really going to reevaluate their plans with Activision, if they're truly going to do that, I'm gonna see it to believe it kind of situation with them. Or if Sony does say something like, "Oh, we're not going to sponsor any more like, you know, WSJs or whatever seasons and stuff like that," then we'll see. Then I think there's going to be changes in the near future. But other than that, we'll see.
Actually, on YouTube, Retrolag said PlayStation pulled Call of Duty Vanguard from the front page, and I was like, oh. How come? Did they say why? And he was like, I would assume because of all of this. It is because of all of this. You can't find Vanguard in the PlayStation Store right now.
I'm gonna check out the PlayStation Store because I don't know if so. Like,
but PlayStation appears to have removed Vanguard from the featured section of their site today versus yesterday, and it shows like a side by side. Others are saying they can't find it at all. People are asking for the delisting of Activision and Blizzard, and it says that PlayStation is sending out notice to Activision Blizzard about what they are going to do with their games. So it might actually happen for the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, well, at the PlayStation Store, it is off their main site, but you can still get it if you say Call of Duty Vanguard. but it's still there. But like, but no, you're right. But no, but most people, like you said, if it's not going to show any kind of attention to it, I mean, that's
shadow banning it.
Yeah, they're shadow banning it. But like,
yeah.
Donk says he loves guarding Vans. He's so bummed. Are they the slip-ons or the lace-ups?
What are you talking about?
Oh, a joke you're not gonna get, Smitty. Vans, the shoes. It's a joke. Never mind.
You think I never owned a pair of Vans?
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. That's exactly what he's saying.
Go see, what do you think?
Oh yeah, but overall though,
wow. Damn.
This is what I'm saying though. Overall with Bobby, dude, Bobby is a piece of shit. They definitely need to. I mean, Activision's culture. If they want, if Activision wants to give them a full, like, if they want to actually believe, you want the public to believe that you actually care about your workers and actually want to do something, then do the obvious freaking thing. Is to get rid of the person that got you in this mess in the freaking first place. Mm-hmm. Now, what's on my shit list now too is the goddamn board of directors. Because like, fuck, I mean, I don't understand. Kidding. I don't understand how does one person, like, how do they have that conversation? You know what?
Money.
No, it is about money. But like, do you see the trend of what's been going down, this whole time? It's not like
what hill you trying to die on?
Your conversation of money is like, what the frick? It's so ridiculous. It's like, yeah, what hill are you trying to die on? It doesn't make any lick of freaking sense. It doesn't make a lick of any kind of freaking sense. And that's like, yeah, so it usually is money. And then it's like, okay, you're wanting to do that because you're generating money. And usually if it's something that's like, it's like, this person just basically copied this person. And then it's like, okay, we're just going to go over that. And, but because you're making us literally hundreds of millions of dollars and we just paid you $100 million bonus previous years and stuff. It's like, don't worry about it. But this is worse, man. There's no freaking bounce towards this back. Like he's going to be like, oh, these people, because people will remember. People remember this guy, dude. Like, so I don't know.
Criminal charges, dude. Criminal charges from this will set this will really set a precedent, especially with a state level and then thinking future federal level and what they do and how they work and what kind of, because it is inevitable that there's going to be a damn good attempt at trying to put regulations in place. In some places, they absolutely need regulations. In other places, it's like, yo, you stay away from that. From that.
I think
you know how they play it.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing is like dudes need to keep their freaking things in the goddamn pants is where it comes down to at the workplace.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself and just be.
Don't touch people.
I think that's a generational change, and I think that's changing with the generations, Jesus. And as they're getting older and stuff like that. Like, dude, that stuff's not tolerated any longer.
It's 2009.
Yeah, dude,
it wasn't like,
dude, I have worked for companies where that has been the case, where it was a super toxic work culture, and I've seen, like, dude, like, I know how this stuff goes because I have been in situations where that has been the case, and it's just like you were literally just like, and I was a manager, so like, and I'm middle management, so like, you know what I mean? Like, there's people up here, there's people down here, and it's just like, oh.
Oh my god!
Legally, what can I say without getting sued?
That is very good point. Jesus, but anyways, okay. So moral of the story is fuck Bobby Kotick. All right, that's basically where it comes down to.
Yeah,
man,
basically.
He's
gonna get his comeuppance. He's gonna get his comeuppance. I feel like, yeah.
I have been consistent.
That's pretty despicable.
Yeah, I've been consistent about it. So that's one thing I've been saying. That's one thing people can't say I wasn't. I haven't been bandwagoning. I mean, I've been on this with this. So like, just screw Bobby Kotick, screw Activision's in general, their upper management, dude. I mean, that's just basically what it comes down to. And hopefully we'll see change. Hopefully these things will be calling out to a point that we'll see legitimate change in the future. So let's pray on that, because I really am in support with anyone that's going to be that's definitely getting hurt, that's definitely getting harmed by these people. So we'll go from there, Retrolag, before we close that off, say Retrolag, sadly, the good old boy system is so deeply embedded in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the army, it was always like seniors doing the dirtiest, grimiest stuff. Yeah, I totally agree, man. It's just unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. Okay, Lex.
Hello.
What is your topic?
Well, have you ever had somebody, and I mean, we're all older, so, in high school, someone would be like, hey, can I copy your homework? You're like, yeah, that's fine. Can you change it up a little bit so the teacher doesn't know? And they're like, yeah, bet. So this week it was pretty clear that Streamlabs did that. Not very well, though. So Lightstream called them out on Twitter and straight up was like, what are y'all doing? Huh? Hey, what is this? Lightstream. So basically, the programming is to help people who are console users make their streams look more professional, right? Give them more options because there wasn't really that many options previously. So specifically for Xbox and PlayStation streams, now they have more features and things that they're able to add in with Lightstream. Well, Streamlabs must have gotten wind of this and they said, we should do that too. Okay, great. I mean, the more options, the better, right? But they basically copied it word for word, even the testimonials. They came out with a statement saying, well, we didn't mean to. And, the text on the landing page was a placeholder text that went into production by error. This is our fault. We removed the text as soon as we found out, meaning you got called out. Our intended version is now live. Lightstream team is great. No kidding. You stole their fucking program. And we've reached directly to them to apologize. Okay? But it didn't stop there because other companies, other people, people who are sponsored by Streamlabs were like, you need to fix this now. Or I don't want my face on your page anymore. Hold on. It gets, it gets worse. So OBS then tweets, so hold on, where I lost the So basically, OBS tweeted that several years ago, when Slobs was being launched, Streamlabs reached out to OBS and they wanted to use the OBS name. We kindly asked them not to. They did so anyway and followed up by filing a trademark. We've tried to sort this out in private and they have been uncooperative at every turn. So they straight up stole OBS for Streamlabs OBS for Slobs. They had no permission to do that, and they did it anyway. So now they've got a history, and it's just the web is untangling, and it's pretty interesting to see what the heck is going on with them. And I was mind blown. I was absolutely mind blown.
Yeah, OBS has always had a known for doing this. They've had a history of this since its like implementation back in like 2017. They've gone through like, I mean, I believe it's like Elgato was one that also got busted by that Slobs went through, because you remember the Stream Deck that every streamer virtually has now. Almost every person has like an Elgato Stream Deck in some way because of the buttons and stuff. OBS decided to name theirs the Stream Deck, but it's an app that you put on your phone, until Elgato called them out on it, and then they said like why would you name it the same exact thing as the freaking thing, unless you know that you're just trying to get the Steam, the pickups from the scraps that people don't know of, So it's not surprising. This is one of many different things that they've done in the past and stuff. And technically, for the most part, it's not illegal, but it's just bad form. It's like you're basically saying that you think that your product wasn't going to sell unless you were going by the tails of the main product. Like, I mean, Slobs is just a more...
And I don't know that it's not...
Intellectual property. It's absolutely illegal.
I was going to say, because what it seems like...
It's intellectual property.
Oh, gosh. I totally lost where I was going with that.
Well, I will say this. Well, I will say this: Slobs is OBS is actually is free. It's open source, so it's not necessarily owned by anybody, which is really it's owned. But the only way to get their money is by donations. So theoretically, it's anyone can say OBS. I mean, people already have. I mean, Streamlabs, Stream Elements OBS is an example, but they're not selling the product to you because because Slobs has a paid service within them that has some really shady kind of stuff in it, you know? So I mean,
I got auto enrolled one of them shady things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you mean like the ones that they say like,
dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was getting billed for something. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, what is this? What is this?
What?
Yeah. So in Slobs, there's a thing, I think it's for donations. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's a thing for the
can I use is Streamlabs? It was through Slobs is basically the OBS. Is what we're saying, and that is I feel like that's deceptive marketing.
Oh,
because
it
you're throwing that OBS, which has already got its own that in itself is a brand. And when really it's actually OBS Studio, but you think just OBS. So them just slapping OBS on, not only that, but the fact that we found out later that they were reached out to, and they said, and what was said is like that's even more grimy. Like, I don't know, but I don't know if there's laws as far as like deceptive marketing.
There's just
maybe, but they're not really marketing that it was OBS. They were, but they weren't. You know what I'm saying? But for that, because like I found out because I tried it for a day, and I was like, it just ate up my resources, and I was like, this is trash. I was like, this is absolutely terrible. I was like, I would not recommend anybody use that, but I do use Streamlabs for like
back end
everything else. Yeah, back end stuff.
Same.
Which obviously you guys see I have an issue every night with it. It's so dumb.
I'm not even getting into that with you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting into that.
Davis was kind enough to send me a video on how to easily move your stuff from Streamlabs to Stream Elements. So I think we're gonna give that a shot. But I mean, how grimy this is straight grime, and for that many companies to come out and be like, yo, I mean, the design work, that one, like, this goes through there's teams of people that develop this stuff. People's eyes are on this kind of stuff. People approve these things before their launch. Like, you don't just accidentally, like, that is the layout. So clearly, there is a disconnect. Somebody had sold that work, laid it on there, said, here it is. And now because the person above them didn't actually check the work, they just said, yeah, it's good to go. Now they're like, oh, no, that was just a placeholder. And what had happened was.
See, and that's another bull. What's like kind of a BS kind of thing too on top of that though too is that placeholders don't use real text. It's usually something it's usually
so that's a lie.
It's usually Latin. It's like ipsum das lorem kind of BS, that kind of deal. They basically they specifically went word for word because even if you look at the review spots, they literally took it out word for word. They maybe changed the word out of it and they replaced it into it. Yeah, so it's just all BS towards it. I mean, Streamlabs has always been that way, and this doesn't surprise me from the least bit. So, I like the biggest thing is just like I try to educate, especially when people like trying to get on stream at first. I tell them, do not do Streamlabs. Don't do Streamlabs OBS. It's a pain in the butt. And secondly, you shouldn't do that. And try to get them into OBS Studios at least. Just OBS Studios, at least at from the most part. But yeah, it's just it's so infuriating, especially with Lightstream. Lightstream is completely free, is another thing, and then Streamlabs is trying to make a charge service that you can get for freaking free with their bloatware mixed in with all of this, and it's like, oh, this is it's really frustrating.
And Lex was saying, or Dust said. Lex and Dust both use Slobs. Where are you guys? Because you're now on OBS Studio, right?
Yeah. So you had said, because I was using Slobs for a while and I was having a lot of problems, and we upgraded my PC a lot. I was still having issues, and Larry IRL and you were both like, "Why are you using that? Use OBS." And I don't know if you had tried Slobs out yet, or if you were like in the process of, but I switched to OBS that night. It was kind of a pain in the butt. I still use the back end of Streamlabs. I'm going to be switching that out this weekend. Fingers crossed I do it correctly. But I think, and here's the thing is that was not a text landing page. Slobs is garbage, by the way. Don't use that. You're just asking for a bruising essentially on your PC because it uses up all of your resources when you can just download Chatbot and use that by itself, and it can do pretty much everything that Slob guarantees that it can do, but doesn't, because the cloud bot is broken. So whatever integration that you're really using it for isn't even there. That's what's so infuriating. And they don't do updates anymore. But that is absolutely intellectual property that they were stealing. And I think if Lightstream wanted to, they could pursue that and absolutely win. Yeah, they literally stole their testimonials. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah. And it's just it's infuriating. I didn't know how scummy this company was.
Retrolag saying, because I guess Retrolag would probably be the best person to say, because I know he says it seems like he has used Streamlabs quite a bit. He says, "We at Streamlabs steal stuff daily. Pay us or to steal from you." That's essentially what it is. And then he's like, then he says, "I used to use Slobs, and I even paid for the multi-stream service. Once I saw the issues, I transferred back to OBS and restream." You know what's funny? Technically, OBS now has an add-on that allows you to restream. You don't even have to even use Restream anymore. But even though
I used Slobs for 2 years, it was not worth it.
You told me that, though. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, they do. They have OBS has a if you go into OBS's thing, there's a spot that allows you to restream.
OBS has always got so many OBS is the OG. Like, they do what they do because they do it well, and they provide it for free,
and it's all free.
And you don't have to worry about dude, like. There's so much more flexibility with OBS Studio. That is OBS. What Slobs is not real OBS. That is a carbon copy of a great product, and they can't even keep up with that.
Because they don't update it. Yeah, no, if you're if you're gonna use a program, please by all means use OBS or OBS Studio. They are different. I don't know why, but they are. They're two different things. But yeah, no, overall, it's just, and they're charging for the service that Lightstream is going to do for free. Which, here's the thing, like, Streamlabs was giving us free product. Why are they now charging people who are console users to use their now said product that essentially they were offering to us computer streamers for free? That's shady. It's just, the whole thing is shady, and it makes me feel dirty. It's just, it's gross.
Even more, like, if you would donate to somebody, somehow you would get auto-enrolled into their subscription thing. And yes. And like, there was like no kind of notification or anything that you've been enrolled.
That's illegal.
In this thing. Like, it was real weird. Like, it was really weird. And I know a lot of people had it. Like, you have to, like, it didn't default to not be subscribed. It was like, to subscribe.
No, it was the way. Yeah, it was the way it's worded. Because technically, it's not illegal because it's the way it's worded that makes it. Because it still gives you the choice.
It's funky.
Yeah, it's kind of like, like when they say, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want you want to cancel?" It's kind of like if they decided to flip it and say, "Are you not sure that you're wanting to cancel?" And then you just keep on, and you know how people 9 times out of 10, people are not going to read that. They're just like, "Oh yeah," it's like, "Yes, I'm sure." That's what they're counting on. They're counting on you to just say, "Look at that button that says yes. That's what I'm wanting to do. Yes, I'm trying to do that." And then it's like, "Okay, we're going to do it," because technically they gave you the choice. It's not their fault that you didn't read it, and that's basically how they're kind of getting people with these extra kind of crazy charges. And then there's people on there that said that they didn't even know how much that they lost like a lot of money just because they didn't know that they were getting monthly spent on that. And that's unbelievable to me. And so like, yeah, they're definitely trying to their image is very, very shoddy, and I would never would never support that. So that's another point with them here. What does it say? Oh, Smitty. Oh, Lucenta. There we go. Quail hair. There's making some very lewd hand gestures, just for the record. Oh man, but that's crazy.
I don't know who that man is. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was my topic.
That's a good one though too. So we'll see. I know we'll rage off.
What a bunch of jerks! What a bunch
guys,
of jerks!
Basically, the moral of the story is, guys, be careful. Read everything. If you're using slobs, read everything that you're when you're wanting to cancel and removing when using slobs, because it may be mixed up to confuse you purposely. So there you go. All right, Smitty.
Yes.
Why don't you close us up with your topic?
Yes, so we had to talk about it. Finally, we're getting it. There is some light at the not the end of this tunnel, but I feel like the beginning of the tunnel. But we finally got some news about Outriders. Major update coming. New Horizon, and by coming I mean it's here right now. Make sure you sign in if you have the game to get a legendary, but they've made some monster changes. Number one, they've added transmog done correctly. That's Destiny, good. I hope you're paying attention. Obviously it's free. You can put anything. You don't have to collect any materials. It is access any character that you have. All the transmogs instantly get put into that pool. So it's across all your characters. You don't have to break anything down. As soon as you get something that you don't have, it's automatically added to your library. That's huge. I know a lot of people are asking for that. And so now you can customize your look, but keep the builds that you'd like to keep, which is huge. We get 4 new expeditions with sub stories, little mini stories and things like that within it. Yeah, so they're actually building on the story. We said there's still a lot more that can be done with the story. They have gotten rid of timers on expeditions. You can turn a timer on, but your loot is no longer dependent. That is merely for bragging rights. Your loot is not dependent on that. They've boosted legendary drops 100%. They have improved and are working with the multiplayer stuff so that you won't get put into AFK lobbies with people. That stuff's supposed to be working a lot smoother. And they also unveil that they've got a major expansion, World Slayer, coming in 2022. That will be a paid expansion. However, I don't know how I feel about that at the moment. As far as with that, we'll see. I haven't had a chance yet to dig in. If you do have the game, again, get it this week so you can get that free legendary. I believe it's only available for this first week that this came out. So make sure you at least log in and get that. But this is exciting. This is what I said. This is what we were talking about. This has had a very turbulent start. A lot of fun gameplay on that first playthrough, but we got to endgame, and the endgame was like, this ain't it. There's not enough to do. There's no point in continuing the grind. I was playing a lot with Dust and Gabe, and it just kind of ran its course. It's like, there's no point in continuing the grind because there's nothing to grind to. Now there's more to grind for. We've got not only the 4 expeditions, but we're going to be getting a little bit of backstory as well, which really that has me excited as far as with that. There's going to be new guns.
Lucent, I called you out saying Smitty got to take some of his Destiny microtransaction money and put it in on World Slayer.
What do you mean? Oh, we will see. I need to dig in. Here's the deal. I haven't had a chance yet, but I am going to dig back into this game because I enjoyed it. The gameplay was fun. There just wasn't enough to do and enough to keep me going back to get these guns. It's like, it's like, what's the point of getting the guns when there's nothing but doing the same repeatable doodad? So with the four expansions, or with the 4 things, what's huge for me is the no timers, because I hated that. You can actually chill and take your time going through these and not be penalized reward-wise for not rushing through the thing or rushing through the expedition.
Wait, so they're removing the timers completely, and so now you can. Oh my God, yes, you're right. Yes, okay,
that's huge.
That's great.
That's great. Huge in itself. It's like we can actually enjoy it and play and play with different builds, different combos, what works, as opposed to just rushing through this stuff. So I think this is great. And then knowing that there is a future, that there is an expansion coming at some point in time next year. This is going to get players, I think, reinvigorated. We've got new weapons. There's transmogs. This is what I want to see. Now they've got to stay on this path. Build out that roadmap. I think hopefully this is the first step in them being able to hit their stride and really do what I think this game could do. I'm really excited about this.
Well, this is what I would say. I mean, Lex, I'm sorry. Did you have something to say, or were you?
No. I'm okay. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Well, like I'm kind of like the reason why I'm skeptical is
shut up, Davis.
No, good talk, guys. Anyways,
see you next week.
The reason why I'm kind of skeptical on this is the fact that, man, it's I mean, yeah, I'm glad that they're doing this. I am really glad that they are actually going by a direction. They're finally going through a direction on this, but they didn't give us a roadmap initially. It was one. So we had no freaking idea, because now if you go on Steam, I think the last time that they said that the concurrent players in Outriders was almost at 200. It's because of that one reason. So I'm more worried of consistency of how are they going to back this game up. This game needs content, needs constant content for it to stay alive, and it needs to be. They need to admit that it's game as a service. Because I was thinking
they are still sticking to it's not a game of service. Even though everything that they're telling us and they've shown us has been game of service or live service.
Exactly. And I really want to support this game. This game was fun. It was a fun game to play, especially when you play with your people and stuff. Like I remember I was playing with my boy Diesel, and we were having an insane time. We were enjoying the time of our life when we were going through the story and stuff. But then once you hit the end game and you hit the space kind of deal, it's just that it's just got repetitive. And then you're right with the timer. Oh my God. Okay. Well, first off, if y'all don't know when about the timer, what we mean by timer is this. So at the end of the game, you go into this one part where it allows you to go in the end game. You choose one of the stages, you have a choice of 4 or 5 different places to go. You choose that one place. Okay, so then after that, they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. You can come to this place. You have 15 minutes, if you hit 15, if you hit in 10 minutes, you get gold. If you get gold, you get 70% chance of having a gold drop or a rare drop or whatever like that. If you go past 10 minutes, if you beat it in 11 minutes, you hit silver, and your chances to get a good drop reduces quite significantly, and then so on and so forth. So if they remove that, which I'm glad that that's what they did, it allows you to, like you were saying, Smitty, to experiment. Because I was the one really crazy thing is everyone was like, okay, well, we obviously need to do the best kind of build to go by the time that we are needed to go to the end of it. So there's a lot of different things. So good thing that they're doing that.
Pigeonholes into what you can do.
Yes.
People just do if you can't run this, then you can't beat this.
Exactly.
Get out of my party.
Those speed runs were it pigeonholed it so badly to a point where it just wasn't fun to do. And it was just I got tired of it, and I was like, okay, there's no reason to do it. All we're doing is just trying to get specific kinds of gear. And and then the end reason is for what? There's no reason to get it, to fight for all of this. So yeah, I'm glad. I hope that they do this. The real thing is, this is the one thing I don't know if I want to be. I'm going to try the expansion and see how it feels. But and I am hyped for the expansion to come out. But it still has a lot to prove to me because it's taken them 6 months. Yeah. for them to finally decide, okay, here we go. Or actually, when did this game come out? Like March?
Well, you got to remember though too. They called this beforehand. They said we've got nothing planned for after this. This is a complete game, and if people respond positively, then we'll look at building out. So they did what they said they were going to do in terms of that. So I think.
It's a weird way of looking at it, though. And
it very much is. It's almost like we're not a live service game, but we totally are. Yeah. It's the same thing. They're like in denial as far as what could have happened. They should have adjusted. I feel once they saw the popularity from when we were playing the beta, and then all of a sudden Xbox or Microsoft being like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's free on Game Pass." That put them into a whole different thing. So I feel like they were thrusted into a situation that they were like, look, they stuck to what their plan was. They were hoping for the best, and they had a timeline for it. And I feel like they're hitting their timeline now for it. It's unfortunate because there was a bunch of drops. But if they do things correctly, I think there's still a chance here for them to be successful and to really, really continue building out. I'm really excited about this. I am really, really excited about this.
Yeah.
I can't wait to jump into it. Like, I kind of want to play it tonight just because I totally forgot that this was out.
Really, if you're gonna play it, I'll play with you. Who wants to play? No, I'll play with you tomorrow. Let's do it. Well, I can't do it tonight, but
I said tonight.
Dude, you got some stuff to do after this. What makes you think you got time to be doing
this?
That's
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on stream. Oh, I gotta do my. Oh, I gotta do some work stuff.
I'll say tomorrow. You gotta do some adult stuff, my friend. I'm just saying. Tomorrow.
Stream. I might not stream tonight.
Let's do it tomorrow, bro. I'll do it tomorrow with you if you do it. But no, I'm just saying that I'm down. I mean, yeah, I want this. I definitely want this to succeed. I'm gonna play it, and like I said, I'll play it with Smitty tomorrow. See where we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna need it. Yo, Don, if you want to come in on this, we'll definitely go with you.
So, I know that's what I'm saying. Dude, let's get it in.
Yeah. So, but the biggest thing is, no, it's a good start. But I just think that they need to give me a better calendar update of what their plans are, because now they are. I mean, now this clearly is that they are planning. They're planning for it. I mean, for content now, and that's great. Now they just need to show consistency of giving that said content, and and hopefully, maybe they're, what I think what's going to end up happening is going to make an Outriders too, but then from there they're going to be like, okay, here's the mistakes that we did in the first one, but then we're going to increase this kind of deal, kind of like what Destiny didn't need to do, but they did anyways. but still, I don't know. But I'm definitely cool with that.
I don't even need to do that. I think they just building this.
Yeah.
But they've got a great. There's a lot. This is fun.
The story.
It's fun. It is fun.
Yeah.
The story's not bad. Like, I'm intrigued. I
love the story. I like the story. It wasn't like it wasn't all that in a bag of chips, but it still was good. It was still fun to do.
Solid,
it was solid enough. So definitely. We'll see where this is going to go. I don't know if we'll see how much. I want to know how much, if there is an expansion, how much they're going to charge on the expansion. That's another question.
Well, that's what I'm curious about too.
So we'll see where all this is going to come into once more information comes in on that. So a good deal. But we'll definitely go with it. So Lex.
Yes.
What do you have planned for the week?
Ooh, well, next week is Thanksgiving, so I'll be doing. I know.
I totally forgot. Wow,
right?
That's crazy.
Next week is Thanksgiving, and at the beginning of podcast, Dust's grandma messaged me. She's like, "Thanksgiving at 2:30 on Thursday at my house." I'm like, we're having Thanksgiving here at our house. Oops. So probably Monday I will be playing some Animal Crossing. Tuesday is Spoopy Tuesday as usual. But Wednesday will probably be a baking stream because I gotta make a pie. Nice. I just don't know what pie. So probably blueberry or my extra spicy pumpkin. Ew, no.
Ooh, I love key lime.
I've never had a good key lime. No.
How about sweet potato?
I love sweet potato pie.
Oh, there you go.
So good. So good. When I was in the hospital, there was a pie lady that would come by and she had sweet potato pie, and my nurse would buy it for me.
Oh my God. That's great.
So good.
That's the only
it was
sweet
fantastic.
potato that I enjoy is sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie is the bomb, dude. You can never go wrong with sweet potato pie.
I had someone make it with purple potatoes, the yuzu.
Oh
yeah.
Shut up.
I enjoy
So
pumpkin
good.
pie as well. Pumpkin pie is good too.
I make a spicy pumpkin pie. I had a few extra ingredients, and it comes out darker and it tastes so good. I almost I used like on the brink of too much cinnamon to possibly make everybody hallucinate. But it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's delicious.
Are you sure it's if you're putting something making people hallucinate, I'm a little worried, but okay. What about you?
Well, if you use too much cinnamon, it happens. But
True.
What do you have?
You know what it is, man. Like I said, I've got that. I'll be down at the Razor store tomorrow. We'll be streaming on the Inferno channel, I believe, at 2 p.m. PST. And then back, I got to get some. I don't know. I'm still in the air on whether I'm going to stream tonight. I'll definitely be playing games. I kind of want to get that Outriders in. But I got to do other work that I need to finish beforehand. So I'll make a decision after that. I'm just chilling. I got to finish In Sound Mind and then more pew-pews probably.
I got to install Outriders. I'm installing Outriders right now as we speak. So like it may take some time. So
if the stream drops, you know why.
Yes, exactly. But it's the end of the stream, so it's okay. But yeah. So mine is going to be next week. I'm actually going to start. I didn't even feel like it's Thanksgiving week already, but
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So mine. The week I'm probably gonna start doing some Metroid Dread. I've been playing. I played a little bit of it over on the stream. Yeah, on the stream. I was having a good time on that, and I kind of want to continue on. So yeah, I want to finish up on Dread, and see where we're gonna go with that. See, pretty much that's what I have planned for right now. I don't know what else is going to be out then and there, but just that's my ultimate plan. I don't know. Should we even? I'll talk to y'all later about it, but we'll see. So,
we're in trouble,
guys. This was episode number 115 of the CFG GameCast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. As always, we will be back again next week, maybe. I don't know. We got to talk about that. But if not, we're going to be the week after. Yeah, I know, right?
This is where things start getting sketchy when we.
This is always the sketchiness, like. But yeah, we need a plan because usually, we take like 2 weeks in December and then we take a break until the new year. So, but we'll be back again. But we'll figure it all out with everybody here, and we'll let everyone know. But we'll be back again. If you didn't check out this episode, that is okay. We always release each episode on Monday mornings on all podcast services, so you can check us out on Spotify. What's it called? Well, Google Podcast, Stitcher Radio. Wow, I went blank there. Anywhere podcast services are out there. So if you, there's no excuse to miss our sexy voices. Yeah. So, but guys, if you wanted to check out anything else that we'd like to do, go check out our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, where we're going to be checking out. You'll be seeing the interviews that I did with Cowboy Bebop, as well as the live action review of the Cowboy Bebop series, and other manga and anime video game reviews. So this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing off. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.